tune in. What's happening? What's happening?
What's good with it? What's hood with it? You already know what it is. What's the deal over here? We keep it reckless and real. How you feel? Man, look out, look out. It's a Sunday cookout, cookout. Keep it 100. You getting cooked out, cooked out. Y'all know the score. Y'all already know what's up, man. Yo, bro in the building for show, man. The co-host, they do the most. Go ahead, shout yourself out, fam.
Peter, man. Peter with GME, True Global Mafia Entertainment, always on time, always on deck for everything in my life. You know what I'm saying? For the duration, past, present, future. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's the cookout, man. You already know what to do, man. You see us duoed up. That's how we rocking today. You feel me? But no matter what, nigga, we strong because it's built on Dub and Reckless. We are the Sunday cookout.
Facts, facts. You know what I'm saying? Because we was already cooking, popping like fish grease before we even had a guest. You feel me?
Right, I'm tired. You already
Like, just go, hey, we want to go check the stats like ESPN, that. You
right,
feel me?
exactly. But I like we always talk about off backstage. We always talk about that anyway. Sometimes it's good for us to just to do that anyway from current event. Like why is it? Because me and you talk about sports, we pretty long winded sometimes about certain topics, and then all of that. Sometimes who's ever the moderator doesn't really get off a lot of his opinions because you try to make sure that like the guest and everybody get their shit off, and you kind of just chime in, which is cool. But sometimes you might have like a passion about a certain topic. So that's a good segue for passion because I'm passionate about a topic that I'm about to talk on, right? And the topic is, if y'all seen the promo, where's Waldo? Where's Pete? Peter Evelyn, you know what I'm saying? It's my artist, my boy, you know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be my folks, my business partner, supposed to be Global Mafia Entertainment. Where is he? Y'all seen the flyer? I don't see him. We looking both ways before we cross the street. I don't see him. He ain't down there in the little present box like you can add him to the stage. I don't see him. He was texting me 35 minutes ago. I don't see him. The nigga ain't in Atlanta, in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him. At the end of the day, y'all know I really don't really go and do reckless rants because we gonna name this the reckless rant. This is the first actual installment, even though we didn't see Rick get off. You feel me? We gonna call this a real reckless rant. Shout out to Global. You know what I'm saying? We gonna call this a real reckless rant, right? This is the first installment. It's been a few times on the show where people been late, and we don't mind you being late. You know what I'm saying? You late, we backstage chilling on you. We give you like a 15, 20 minute, grace period. You know what I'm saying, right? Even if you tap in, somebody tells you like, oh, bro, that's cool. That's a tap in. That's grown man shit, right? As a grown man, you tap in, you say something, it's forgiven. Even if you tap in late, but if you just go ghost, oh man, that's a sin. Now, me personally, I don't really like to attack people online. I'd rather save for off camera or just let it go because I feel like the internet ain't really built on no real G shit, no gangster shit like that. So if I ever go in a gangster mode, I'm not really gonna talk about it on here. That's just my preference. But if I know you personally, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Because if I know you personally, whatever you want, I can see you later. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So in this case, my nigga Pete, man, Peter Evelyn, right?
Cut and
All the
Pete.
stuff we go through with this global mafia shit. You don't even know. Even I'm gonna let you in on something else. When me and Rec talk, it's different from We Got Motion. Shout out to my boy Cal Wood, right? It's different. On We Got Motion, we like to interview artists, do like music stuff like on a Sunday Cookout. It ain't that we averse to that. We do want to know what you're doing. If you're dropping a book, dropping an album, like, but we don't do really record reviews over here. We talk current events, we talk politics, we talk media. You know what I'm saying? That's what we on. Whether it's the bullshit of it or the real shit of it. You know what I'm saying? That's really what the Sunday Cookout is the essence of. So to have Pete on here, have make his rounds, he about to drop an album soon, new singles that already dropped and all that stuff, was really a privilege for you to be on here. Because it's not just Dub saying, come on the show because I said so. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it is. I team up with somebody and say, hey, bro, what you think about this? You know what I'm saying? So that means in tandem, we agreed to that. So if you don't show up and you don't have nothing to say, just to me, I don't use you weird, but that's some bitch ass shit. That's some real bitch ass shit. I could laugh about it. I could be mad about it. But because I don't even really take motherfuckers seriously in this shit, because of the way they move and the way they don't move, hey, it is what it is. Really, this is a microcosm of who you are when you don't show up and you don't say nothing, even say why you ain't showed up before we start the show. If you see this and you somewhere either in the corner looking at it, laughing, or being a bitch ass nigga, hey, go ahead and tap in. You slide in. Record CD got the control room. We slide you in the show. Other than that, that's my reckless rant for this week. Rec, you got something to add to that, man? Go ahead, man.
No, man, I think you handled that, you know what I'm saying, quite frankly, very eloquently. You feel me? You did that. You know what I'm saying? Dead ass. I mean, it's just with business with anything, bro. You know what I mean? It ain't no different than showing up to the studio on time, showing up for a video shoot on time, showing up, you know what I'm saying, to promote your album on time, listening party, you know what I'm saying? It's
Right,
all the same dynamics. You feel me? All the way to going to a job interview on time or showing up early to them so that way, hey, they might have time just go ahead and knock it out. They see you there early. They already impressed you there early. Just the
right,
little stuff, you know what I'm saying? The little intangibles that people don't say too much about, but they notice hella heavy. You know what I mean? Because let's say we could have had, you know what I'm saying, Dr. Dre up here. You feel
right,
me? Been like, hey, bro, I'm about to listen to your artist, see what he talking about. Boom, boom. You just, you know what I'm saying, drop the ball. You just fumbled that quick. That could have been anybody. It could be anybody watching this, anybody tapped into your music, anybody that's a fan. You know what I'm saying? So
bro.
it don't even necessarily look bad on us. It look worse on them because, bro, the show go on regardless. You know what I'm
Regardless.
saying? So
Right. And on that, Rick, to piggyback on that, you never really know who gonna have eyes on something at any given time. Because think about it, bro. It's times, we be minding because you can see the comments who tap it in, what page that you feel me. It might be people tapping. Some days it's more than others with the comments, with all that stuff. Sometimes you look back on shit and be like, I didn't even know this one. You don't never know who watching. So even for like whatever you got going on, like I'm saying, you just never know who might tap in. So, it's an even bigger slap in the face to me because it's somebody not only that I know, but it's somebody I do business with. You feel me? I'm saying, and one thing we do say about this shit, Rick, is that the show must go on, but every week we here. And that don't mean me and you ain't got shit going on. That don't mean that me and you might not be feeling it today. That don't mean none of that. It just mean that, bruh, no matter what, we gonna make sure we there. Unless we decide to do a show on a Monday instead of a Sunday or something like that. You feel me? That's about it. So it's like, bro, it's disrespectful. I don't like it. I'ma laugh it off because I'm not gonna be mad about it. But this is why I don't be taking motherfuckers serious, bro. I'm telling you, bro. This is why I really don't be taking people serious because if you take people too serious, bro, you will want to do something to somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all.
nah, that's for real, bro. I mean, not to even name no names, but I had a situation where I'm just supporting a brother because, hey, you know what I'm saying? I rock with his music. You feel me? I rock with the wave. I rock with what he doing because he trying to do something positive. Just because I didn't want to pay for an interview to have him on the show,
Yeah.
I got called a weirdo. You
Right.
feel me? Like I get called a weirdo because I'm just supporting you genuinely. And then when I ask to get you on the show, and you like, oh man, I charge for interviews. I'm like, oh well, it's all love, bro. You feel me? Hey, I can't knock your hustle. You know what I'm saying? We don't pay for interviews on our side, but hey, it's still love. I still support you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Support is free 99. I get hit back with the, oh man, gone somewhere. You a weirdo. Like,
Right.
all right, you feel me? Genuine support is being a weirdo now. You know what I'm
And
saying?
then,
When
and
some
then what we see after that, a month later, we see what weird shit we see with the same nigga though. You feel me? I'm
man,
saying that's what I'm
right,
saying,
right.
bro.
Now we
Right.
seeing what he really talking about and what he really
Right.
about and a character, how he move and how he rock like nasty work. You know what I'm saying? So really, him not doing the interview did us a favor
Was
by
was
not
a
having him on the
blessing.
platform.
Right.
You
Right.
feel
It
me?
was a blessing. Exactly.
That was
Because
just a man above looking out for the Sunday cookout. Like, nah, bro, you know what I'm saying? I know you rock with him, but you don't really want to rock with him. Let me show you some things real quick. You feel me?
right.
So that was really just a blessing in disguise. So I wasn't even mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Because my support is genuine. If I rock with you, I rock with you. You feel
And
me?
not only that, he the same motherfucker rocking around with stacks of 20s and hundreds and all day. You feel me? I'm saying, right? So it's like, bro, I don't know, man. Like I was supposed to say, you might have had a church meeting. Like at the end of the day, bro, look, we gonna move forward though. The reckless rant, I love it. I remember. As a matter of fact, anybody that's viewing this live or later, if you have a topic that you want Reckless and or I to rant about, hit us with it in the DM or something like that and be like, hey man, we need a Reckless rant, you feel me, about A, B, C, or D. And we're gonna provide that for you, man. We're gonna provide
Right.
that. We're gonna make that a segment. Matter of fact, we're gonna make a little banner. We're gonna pop it up there, Reckless Rant. You know what I'm saying? We got Reckless, we got shit about Trump. Nice segue to this Knicks game. Some people might got a Reckless rant about that. I was happy about it though. You know what I'm saying? I was happy about this.
Man, look, I
How
ain't
you
no
feel about the
hater.
Knicks game, man?
I ain't no hater. You feel me? So like me, New York winning really don't matter because Spurs are rivals anyway. Y'all know I'm a Lakers fan, so the Spurs are rival anyway. But
Right, right. The West.
let's just keep it all the way a band in 100 grand. When it came to
Right.
that game, the last game and the one that was last night, Spurs should have won both of those games. You feel me?
Oh, so
So
yeah, because of the
I'm just gonna
comebacks.
keep it
Yeah,
100.
yeah.
They did that shit to themselves, bro. Man, this is what Shaq be talking about. Anybody 7 foot and up, you should not be living outside the paint when it comes to your basketball game, bro. If you that athletic, that mobile, bro, he could be in the paint on some Hakeem Olajuwon V 2.0 type shit. You feel me? Why are
Right.
you taking pull up threes, bro? Get
Right.
in the
And what it
paint.
is, like, it seems like they do that in the beginning when they splashing, like when they hot, they don't know how the second half. Let's grind this bitch out now, make the game muck, let's muck it up and slow it down. When you doing a quick shots, you just giving the other team, like, you know what I'm saying, a chance at a possession. When you hitting, it look like something, but you got to sustain that shit for 4 quarters. You feel
Let's
me?
just
What I'm
keep it
saying?
on. Let's keep it 100. Jordan nor Kobe would have blew those 20-point leads
No.
in the fourth quarter, bro.
Even
Never.
though, hold on, it was a comeback. Boston did come back on Kobe and them that one time in the playoffs when Boston won their championship. It was like a 24-point comeback when Big Baby and all them was over there. Big Baby and Posey and them. They did come back. But I ain't saying it was Kobe's fault. Boston did have a hell of a team and they was super rivals. I kind of separate that. I couldn't look at, like, I could look at this game and see that from the coaching standpoint, right? And from, like you said, Wemby living outside. And not only that, bro, they gave Wemby multiple passes on that last technical to get suspended. Bro, Wemby had, it's like they was making sure that he would not get that last technical. It didn't really matter for this last game, but he should already been suspended for this game. They want to make sure. So they was getting hella passes, bro. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
this
Like,
is Wemby's finding out what Shaq realized early in his years of playing hoops. When you that big, your ass is gonna catch some body shots. You gonna get hit in the
yeah.
elbow. You gonna get hit in the rib cage. He don't understand. It's gonna get physical.
Yeah, you
You
got to
can't
power
be
through.
that. You can't be
Yeah.
that big and you running from physicality, bro. I'm only 5'11". You feel me? And when I hoop, nigga, I'll go to the paint. I know I'm gonna probably catch a couple of smacks to the head, a couple to the back, one to the chest. That comes with playing
I see your lips.
basketball, bro. It's a
Right.
physical game. That comes with playing basketball. How are you 7+ and you running from physicality, bro? When damn near 90% of the league is smaller than you. Come
Right.
on, bro.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if your hoop game really all that for you to be quoting it on the cookout, bro, because I don't really know if you really got no bars like that.
Bro, you
Talking about
better
going to
ask.
the, I'm just saying,
You
bro.
better ask my
I just
brother.
don't know. I'm just saying. I just don't
You
know
better ask
about
my
your game.
brother.
Like, I'm just saying, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if your shit, if you, especially going to the paint. I don't know, bro. I'm just saying. I just don't know about that. You feel me? You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
you better ask my brother. He'll tell you. He can tell you better than I can. He can tell you better than I can. Feel
And
me?
and another thing with that game that like I ain't gonna say it threw me, but the youth. Dylan Harper is raw, but like that last play, missed the layup. Some of the, like, remember the one when he got the tip in? It was something I was gonna post. I was gonna tag you in it earlier, but I neglected to post it. When they showed them before they had that inbound, they was confused on D. Now you can blame that on culture too, because remember the coach is like a young nigga too. You feel me? I'm saying, but I tip my hat to them because they got to the finals. Of course, this is going to make them better for the finals. They ran through some teams, and somebody had to lose, somebody had to win. I'm glad the Knicks won just for the culture of basketball, right? But they got a lot of youngsters over there, bro. To me, the biggest disappointment was De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox was the biggest disappointment, bro.
Nah, that's facts, bro. You got the rookie out hooping De'Aaron Fox that's getting paid, you know what I'm saying, a super max deal. You feel
Right,
me? And that's
right.
what this is why, like, the reason why I'm a Seahawks fan, you feel me, is for reasons like this. They don't pay people by the name on the back of the jersey. So just because you a Miles Garrett, you feel me, a Brandon Ayuk, you know what I'm saying? We not gonna give you a super max just because you got a name
Right,
on the back of the jersey. We
right.
go and find those hidden gems in the third round, fourth
Exactly.
round, fifth
Like the
round.
Patriots used to do. Like the
You
Patriots,
feel me?
we gonna
You
find
feel
somebody,
me?
we gonna manufacture something. Say the salary cap room, pay Tom Brady. Like you know what I'm saying? Get us there. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're right. You're right.
No,
You're right.
that's real talk, and that's what you're supposed to do when it comes to building the culture and the team. Wimby, that was he was supposed to galvanize the troops and be like, "Hey, y'all, come on, we got to lock in. We got this." Just like Kobe said, "Hey, we lost against the Pistons because I didn't have the squad ready. I didn't have the boys locked in. I take that on my shoulder. That's on me as a leader."
So
You
let me
feel
ask you
me?
this. Let me ask you this. Do you feel like the Knicks won it or San Antonio lost it?
I feel like San Antonio lost it
Okay.
because let's be honest. We would be looking at game six, game seven if they would have won yesterday and the game before that. They was
Right.
up by 20 points in both of those games. How are we losing in the finals when the game slows down and we up by 20? That's because y'all want to keep running and gunning, chucking threes. Bro, calm down. Let's eat this
And that's on
clock
the
up.
coach. And that's on the coach. The coach, well, yeah,
You feel
that's
me?
on the coach. And but I will give. I agree with you, but I will give the Knicks props because they did go on a hell of a run. They went on a run, bro. Like through the playoffs, they swept a couple of teams. Just got the gentleman's sweep. Like, bro, like I mean, the Knicks they showed up, bro. We do know that it's harder to hold on to a big lead than it is to chip away and come back. And we've seen that. I mean, even in football, we can talk about Tom Brady. We've seen some people come back for shit. Sometimes you panic and shit happens, but it does have to go your way. You feel me? I'm saying. So I agree with you that the Spurs should at least had it to one more game. Because that 29-point game should have been a Spurs game. Even if they lost this one, we should have got one more game. You feel me? I'm saying it shouldn't have been a gentleman's sweep. But shout out to the Knicks. I will give y'all props. I hate that y'all out there whooping motherfuckers and burning down your own shit. But I guess that's just the culture of winning. It seemed like a lot of pro sports teams, even in hockey and shit like that, when they win, everybody just tear up their city. I guess that's like a part of it. But I think some
But
San
see,
Antonio fans got their revenge to whooping some ass out there. I'm not sure. I think I've seen a couple of clips, but I don't know, man. The shit crazy.
nah,
I do.
that whole like burning stuff up because y'all winning, like bro,
It don't
you
make
gotta
no
win
sense.
with you gotta win with dignity, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we won. We ain't gotta be out here burning stuff up and acting, you know what I'm saying, beating people up. Like, come on, bro. Ain't
Right,
neither one of these teams paying our bills, ain't looking out
bro.
for us, ain't nothing in their bank account from. We can't even get an autograph from them down there.
And it's
You
your
feel
own
me?
shit. And it's your own shit. It's probably somewhere you're gonna go shopping at tomorrow. You feel me? So it really don't make no sense, right? But I do want to segue to somebody I know you know. It's a little heartbreaking a little bit, but I know you know him because you are a Seahawk. Uh, Alden Smith. Rest in peace to Alden Smith, man. And I know you know him because it's a few times, and in some of the rival games, Alden Smith they got some game-winning sacks and all kind of shit, man. So I don't really know all the details. You could enlighten me if you know any. We do know that he was suffering from alcoholism and depression and some type of mental stuff. That's kind of why he left the game early. Was definitely a bright. We should have put up some of his clips. I mean, was an animal as a youngster. Kind of like playing like outside the confines of plays. Remember, they just used to throw him in. He wasn't even really super a part of the offense. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, right? And it's like I mean the defense. I mean, but Alden Smith, man, a real game record, man. Shout out to Alden Smith. Rest in peace, man. Blessed to his family, and I'd like to know what you like to say about it, especially because I know you didn't face him 2 times a year, sometimes three if y'all been in the playoffs for the first couple of years of his career.
Man, he was a problem, bro. He was a problem. He was a straight issue. You know what I'm saying? Like he was cold out there. You had to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be looking to see where he coming from because you know, bro, you come across that middle, it's gonna be a problem. You feel me? So
Right.
hey, I ain't got nothing but you know what I'm saying. I ain't got nothing but good things to say about him. You feel me? And you know, I hate that somebody has to pass away for us to show them love or commemorate their name or acknowledge the things that they did, they accolades. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I hate that. You feel me? Like. Just like now, you know what I'm saying, how everybody be pissing on Kobe. You feel me? Now that Kobe passed away, everybody got Kobe's name in their mouth. When he was
Right,
here, what nobody speaking on that man because he gonna check you about whatever you had to say about him. Wow, you think it's this? Now let me let you know what it really is. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Stuff like that. It's like, you know what I'm saying, people race, you know what I'm saying, speak on the things that they accomplished in life, you feel me, and just keep it moving. You got something negative to say about somebody that ain't here. Like, come on, bro. They can't even speak for themselves.
right, right. And I know we ain't gonna spend a lot of time on him, but I did want because we was talking about sports, and I feel like he deserved that. Uh, Hell of a guy. And I remember, I be sometimes, we be doing so many shows, bro. We sometimes get confused by what we said on what show. I can't remember if we was on the Cookout. I was on emotional. I was by myself, right? But I was just saying this, and this is speculating from his history that it could have some tie to his mental health. I always say this: check on your folks. I always say this: check on your folks, man. Sometimes it could just be a text. You see, Beck, a lot of times tap in with you, bro. You good? You all right, man? You sound low. You feel me? And I know as men, sometimes it might not be good, and it's difficult for us to go, nah, hell no, it ain't good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's hard, and it shouldn't be hard, but it's hard for us to share those spaces sometimes because sometimes, man to man, we might joke about something that ain't, it ain't really funny, or sometimes you just want to just nigga, nah, I'm good, but you ain't good. But check on your folks, man. Sometimes even asking is enough. Like, feel like they care. And I'm not saying every man walk around suicidal, but I am saying that sometimes, man, a lot of times as men, we carry so much burden on ourselves. Sometimes it's due to our own fault. Sometimes not. Sometimes it's just the way the earth is, especially when you're black, right? And if you can, if you ain't done it in a while, your brother, whether it's your real brother or not, tap in. If you a woman, go give your man a hug and give your brother a hug. Sometimes ask him, man, hey, you good? So it might go a long way. Check on your brothers, man.
That's facts right there. You feel me? You cooking right there. That's big fact. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna let you quarterback it, man. You feel me, though?
Right.
What's the next man? You feel
You
me?
see, she said, y'all good today? We good, Lips. We good. Shout out to Ohio, man. Shout out to Ohio. She out there in Ohio, man. You feel me? I'm saying a lot of my speaking of we was talking about first generation global, some of the first generation global. When I was doing the 19, it was Ohio. It's a lot of talent out there. A lot of talent, you know what I'm saying, especially in female rap. You know what I'm saying? Artists and stuff out there. Shout out to Ohio, man. A lot of stuff go out. She in Mississippi now. A lot of stuff goes on out there, man. Don't sleep on the Cleveland area. Don't sleep on Ohio. And don't sleep on how crazy the motherfuckers go out there, man. Be real shit, real violence shit going on out there. You know what I'm saying? Be careful. Don't sleep, man. Everybody's city go crazy, man. Right? But I want to segue into this, man. Something that's been killing me. And I want to ask you this. How much does gas cost out there?
Man, like 7.
7? Whoa! Listen, hey, we was online. We was on we got motion the other day. In Canada, they said it's $2 and something.
Yeah.
$2. Our shit at like, I gotta get the middle gas to 91. Our shit at like 650, 630, something like that. If you don't go to Safeway at Costco, you gonna get raped at Chevron or anything else. You feel me? Gas prices, man, and the cost of living, right? So gas price, the cost of living, and I know we in two different regions. Gas price and the cost of living. I want to know your take on: do we feel like Trump is responsible for all of that, and do we think that even if he got impeached or when we get the next president, are things gonna get better, or is just this the status quo right now?
Man, let's keep it 100. That's just a figurehead. You feel me? We
Right,
know it's higher up behind who's the president that's really pulling the strings. You feel me? He's just a figurehead. And no, you know what I'm saying? Like, they want to push people to see how bad they got to get before people, you know what I'm saying, become the worst versions of themselves. You feel me? How high, you know what I'm saying, rent got to be, how high gas got to be, how high food and stuff. You feel me? Before people just snap out and be like, man, I ain't had enough of this. You feel me? Or
right,
just everybody losing what they crib, everybody losing they gig. Because let's be honest, once AI kick in, we already know what's going to happen.
right, right. And my world, bro, I ain't never tripped off gas this much in my life. Like even when I was a youngster, and you wanted to make sure you got two to $5 on the tank, but you got some on the tank. Even when I was a youngster trying to get some on the tank, because I was broke with a whip. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Gas prices now, bro, are so outrageous, bro. I don't know what y'all got out there, like y'all, like transit system. I find myself driving halfway, get on a BART to get to the place I gotta go to. You know what I'm saying? When I go to the schoolhouse or something like that, I get on that BZART, get my little card, slide on there, and save some gas, bro. Cause like, and I got a truck. So I'm really rating myself, and I can't get the regular gas. The regular gas run out too fast. You feel me? But I'm 125 filling it up. Today I was at a half a tank, went just because I try to keep it filled just in case the zombie apocalypse pop off. I want to make sure I'm at full
Hey,
fuselage, right? I'm so when it pop off. I gotta be able to get to the Midwest. So that's probably, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be, Robbie seeing my tank nigga load out. I'll be like, nigga, hold on, nigga. This might be the day it pop off, right? Nigga, $75 to fill up from half a tank to the top, bro. So it's like, I don't know, bro. And I do blame Trump. I get what you're saying. And you know, that's my term. I love saying the figurehead because we know every president ain't in true total control. They either have influence on markets and shit like that, or they told what to do. But I feel like Trump, his presidency, bro, is based on so much bullshit that when he does influence in it, right, his influence is really what he's on. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's some puppeteering going on all around because we know Congress and the Senate, all the fake shit that goes around it. But for sure, with the war in Iran, for sure, with the other day they asked him a question about, hey, what happened to the stimulus for the tariffs? Remember he's supposed to give us a tariff stimulus. You feel me? You know what I'm saying, right? And then, you know what that nigga said? He said, I don't remember saying that. I don't know if he was just shitting us, bro. You feel me? Because he been falling asleep at venues and shit lately, right? I don't know if he really forgot. Or was he just, or is he saying fuck y'all? You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
bro, that's what all politicians do. Let's just keep it 100. What politician told you, "Hey, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that," and then when they got in office, they didn't do it? That's every
Yeah,
politician. Ain't nobody ever been like, "All right, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that," and then get in office and actually do it. You feel me? Hell
bro,
no. That's bro. They the best pimps of the game than
bro. They're
anybody.
gonna sell you
You feel
100
me?
dreams. They're gonna sell you all the dreams. Now, look, they might throw you some money in the midterm or something like that for the midterms and lips. I'm gonna tell you this about the counter zombies. I don't know about where y'all from out there, Mississippi, Ohio, whatever, right? But the zombies out here is the fentanyl niggas, the fentanyl people on earth. The people on fentanyl with their forehead touching the motherfucking floor that could just sit there bent over all night, sleep just like that against the wall. I feel like one day when they activate, it's gonna start with them. It's gonna start with them, bro. And anybody ever seen World War Z? I feel like that's how they're gonna be too much noise. They're gonna wake up, they're gonna be faster than us. And anybody ain't got no wheels in order to get the fuck up out of there, it's over with. It's coming, bro. So I'm telling you, bro, I'll be believing it. Because you know, everything, bro, in this world, from COVID to whatever, bro, be man-made. It's either some mistake or some accidentally on purpose or something like that, bro. And that fentanyl shit, and then they got some new shit out here in the Bay. I can't remember the name of it, but it's some other new drug, synthetic drug that's supposed to be 5, 10 times stronger than fentanyl. How do you want to be stronger than something that, bro, that you can't hide that you're using that can literally make you bend over sideways, backwards, whatever, bro? Like you ain't got no spine and just live, bro.
Right.
This is crazy, bro. This shit is crazy, bro. So, end of the day, though, I just feel like politics as usual. Trump, bro, this nigga be having me so hot, bro. It just him falling asleep at venues and shit like that. Got the nerve to talk about sleepy Joe Biden. I don't know where we at with the world, bro. So we gonna segue that into the work-life balance, man. You feel me? Work-life
Yeah.
balance. And I don't know, for those that don't understand what that is, bro. Like right now, no matter what your job is, right now, our job every day is to bring you the news, right? Our job is in this media world is to research, study, and bring it right here to live, or if we're doing recordings or whatever, have our facts straight. You know what I'm saying? Be able to speak on whatever topic. I was watching Cam Newton yesterday talking to Saucy Santana, right? You know what I'm saying, right? And I was looking at the interview. Right? All right, did you see what I posted? What he said? Did you see what I posted? What he said? What he said to Cam? Now I don't think you gay, but you is weird. Like he said, listen, right? Listen, right? And the reason why I mention that is because as a journalist, and call myself a journalist, Cam, you got to do an interview. I guess because it's Pride Month, seems like Pride Month is 5, 6 times a year now. I don't know how they got so many months. Black History only lasts 28 days. Then we celebrate about 14. Juneteenth is one day. It's supposed to be the whole week. You know what I'm saying, right, bro? I was looking. I was like, you know what, man? It's just like when my boy interviewed Takashi. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You had to do it. You know what I'm saying? You had to do it, right? And the reason why I say that is because the work-life balance. So we go to work every day on these media platforms. Sometimes for money, sometimes for no money, in the hopes of future monies. You feel me? In order to hopefully go viral, score the future dope interview, monetize your YouTube and your TikTok and all that shit, so we get paid every motherfucking week, every month, or whatever, however the payouts come, right? That's what we're hoping for, right? But I do want to talk about the work-life balance because I talk about this a lot to my spouse. Talk about it a lot, bro. Like I'm so much entrenched in this work shit so much, bro, sometimes that it's not that I neglect my family and none of that. It's not that I neglect my daughter and none of that shit like that, right? But I understand that I gotta be in it in order for me to get where I'm gonna go. And we was watching the 30 for 30 with Dennis Rodman. I don't know if you watched that. If you didn't watch that, 30 for 30 Dennis Rodman, how he really didn't fuck with his kids like that. It looked like it was just for basketball, but it was deeper than that. You feel me? So I want to know your take on what you feel about the work-life balance. Like, you know, how would you balance that? How do you feel? How important it is, and shit like that.
I mean, to keep it real, it just depends on one what your work life is, because certain work life, family life ain't gonna help your work life. And being an athlete is one of them. You out of town all the time. You moving around all the time. You feel me? And even when you off, you got to get ready, get your body in condition. You feel me for the upcoming season. So even when you on off season, you technically not off because I still got to do stuff just to get right for the next season coming up. You know what I
Right.
mean? Even down to, you know what I'm saying, like being a rapper. You feel me? If you a popping rapper and you got a 30 city tour, you feel me? You on the road 11 months out the year. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like having an actual relationship or trying to have a relationship is going to interfere with you trying to move around, conduct business, handle this, handle that. Because we know what comes with the ignorance. Now, if you got a female that's not insecure, not jealous, none of that, then hey, do what you do. You can handle your business. You ain't got a trip. But you know what I'm saying? If you got an insecure, jealous type, that's gonna interfere with the moves you trying to make on some business level. I'm not even
Right.
in the streets. I'm trying to get this female to sing this hook on this track. You think I'm trying to hug? I'm trying to get her on the song. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Because I mean, when I was doing music, I've been through it like that with my baby mama. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go to the studio. I gotta go and do this song. I gotta go perform at the club. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it
Right.
was just an argument to where it made doing music. It didn't even make doing music fun no more. Like I ain't even like doing music no more because I know
Right.
as soon as I say X, Y, and Z, here come an argument behind it. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. And as two men with daughter I got one daughter, but you got daughters. Like I feel what you're saying, and I definitely can empathize and sympathize with that. But and I say this, the reason why I was watching the Dennis Rodman thing, it I ain't gonna say it touched me because I also read a book by Steve Jobs. Was about Steve Jobs by Walter Isaacson about his life. How Steve Jobs, that's the iPhone, anything Apple. He's the man, right? Him and Steve Wozniak. Shout out, rest in peace, Steve Jobs, right? Uh, he was a horrible dad though, and he was a horrible dad because of the neglect. So sometimes, like as a superior athlete, a super talented guy, as somebody like Steve Jobs, sometimes you could be so immersed in your genius that it can make you an accidental deadbeat. You feel me?
right,
Like
right,
you love your kids, you love your family, and you might do shit like make a song about it. Like we talking about, like let's say like the art. You make a song, you shout them out, and to you feel like nigga that shit means something, nigga. You know what I'm saying too? And then, but that might not be enough for them to sustain.
right,
And I'm saying they're not wrong. You feel me? I'm saying
right,
so. Yeah, the part you're talking about the trip and all that. Yeah, that is what it is. Sometimes we're guilty of not involving them enough in that realm too. You feel me? Like
right,
like we can have an argument about like what you said, and that'll make me like I'm good. I just ain't gonna even. I'm just gonna do what the fuck I got. You feel me? Where we could try to invite them to that environment, so that way, if we doing it together, what do you got? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? but sometimes we might feel like you know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean about it's kind of like you kind of damn if you do, damn if you don't, right? And as I got a 3-year-old about to be 4, shout out to Giovanna. She be 4 on July 1st. You feel me? And I'll be caught up in like, you know what I'm saying? Like everything I'm doing, even if I kind of neglect you some, like not on purpose, but I know the bigger picture is so grand that I gotta put in all these hours. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I gotta, like, you know what I'm saying? Because nobody really understands the admin of this shit. Nobody understands how it is to go get a motherfucking a guest and write a menu and be on topic. And then, you know, we live. So we might be making it look like this shit is rehearsed and orchestrated, but this shit, we just had a guest that was supposed to be on Flake on us. So we got to scramble literally in real time to still show up for the show that me and you built. You feel me? Not only the energy about that, but once we go off camera, you know we both like, nigga, this bitch ass nigga. Like, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother energy, and you could take that home with you. So it's just like somebody having a 9 to 5. You go work a 40-hour work week at your job, you hate your boss, you hate your job, you hate everything. You come home, you flashing on your family. You know what I'm saying? What was that comment that Lip said? I dealt with that in my last relationship, and I couldn't pop my ish like I wanted because he was jealous of the attention. He also did music too. That's the crazy part. See, your Lips. Matter of fact, Lips, we need to schedule. We need to book her to come on the show. Because see, she hitting us with some of the shit from a female's perspective. I never thought about that really, because she's an artist.
No, I mean, all of that stuff go both ways. It ain't no different than a female being a stripper but want to have a boyfriend. How many boyfriends is really gonna be secure
Right,
enough with themselves to be able to
right,
have a girlfriend that's really a stripper, especially if she a popping stripper? Not
right.
saying that she doing some extra stuff on the low for some money.
She
No,
at
she
work.
just
She
at
at
work
work.
handling her
Right,
business. You know what I'm saying, getting her chips. But she knows she popping, so yeah, she getting 1,500 a show. She getting 2,500 a show to go out of town. But how many dudes gonna be secure that she ain't out here sliding off with the dude that's throwing 100K
right,
at the venue? You know what I'm
right,
saying? Whatever rapper it is this week, whatever athlete it is this week, whatever movie actress it is, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
on and so forth. You feel me? Dudes ain't gonna be able to be secure with that. You know what I mean?
Well,
If you
most men,
can
because
be,
anybody got that yeah.
if you can, then handle your business. But we see Offset tripping off of Cardi B. We
And
know who
and
Cardi
she's
B.
a right. And she's a legend. I'd have just been right there with her, like, baby, let's go. Like, you feel me? I'm saying, but I'm a congratulatory dude. I know if I got with a stripper or I got with an artist, I pretty much know what I'm getting into. You know what I'm saying? But Lips,
Exactly.
holler at your manager, Lips. We can try to schedule. I don't know if we got somebody that's coming up week or whatever, but we can schedule to get on and we can talk about topics such as these. Plus, this to help expand, you know, your reach too, because we region to region to region. My boy out there in KC, I'm in the Bay, and you out there in Mississippi. That'd be a nice connect. So holler about that. But that is, I feel like you're right. I feel like both of y'all right in the sense of it's difficult sometimes to navigate the realm, especially when you got those two different kind of personality types too. Because I might be an extrovert, she an introvert. You feel me? When we together is love, but when I'm going to do my thing, I'm like, damn, you don't want to come fuck with me on this. And then when you know what I'm saying, when I'm going to do my thing, she like, nigga, why you doing that? So it's like, you feel me? So I feel that. And then from a woman's perspective, to me, I never like it's boozy to me when a man competes with a woman. It's boozy to me. If you competing with a woman, I mean, men sometimes we compete with each other because of testosterone, because we got it happens, right? You know what I'm saying? But it's always lame to me if a man competing with his woman. You're supposed to big up her, applaud her, help her do what she got to do and push her on the way. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about that. But we gonna oh shit. Yeah, we gonna slide to the dessert. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm loving where we at with our letter. We saved ourselves. So I want to ask you, and I'm glad that you sent me that bullshit you sent me earlier, right? You know what I'm saying? Right? Was that no. That was that weird. The nigga, I want to know what you feel about two things. The nigga was basically, how do you feel about that French Montana and what's the nigga name? What's the nigga name? The album they dropped, French Montana and the
Oh,
wavy nigga, Max
Max
B,
B.
right? Because the nigga sent me some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the question is, what top three? What you got in your playlist right now? What top three things are you playing in your playlist? But somebody sent me the Max B shit and the French Montana shit. I'm not sure if I was a super French Montana dude anyway. Max B, I mean, I don't know, but I want to know what you feel about that album.
Man, I just feel like, that ship has sailed. You feel me? Like, it's, man, a lot of artists now are just dropping a lot of mid because nobody's staying true to themselves. Everybody just want to jump on everybody else's train. Everybody want to sound like this person. Everybody wants the same producer. Everybody wants the same type of beat. All the way down to people shooting videos. Everybody's videos look the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember Brenda Got a Baby. If y'all don't remember, most majority of that was in black and white.
Right.
You feel me? The only parts that was in color when they was showing Brenda and the things she was going through and dealing with. The rest of that was just something that simple made that video that more dynamic when
Right.
watching it back over that song. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Almost like Tupac ain't here and he rapping it, you know what I'm saying, while looking down on her type stuff. And she the one that's going through, you know what I'm saying? It hit different, just the visuals, just something that simple. But man, I'm cool on the Max B and French, man. I'm I'm
Yo, I
I'm
listen.
cool
I
on that.
send the track. I just and you know me enough to know that I'm dealing in music. I don't discriminate. I'm a dude that will give most anything. Shout out to my to Deliance and Bread 209. They've been playing with auto tune country. I slapped some of that shit in the car. I was like, okay, I can see where this is going. Like that is it's unique, right? So I'm a dude that could be eclectic. I could listen to some shit and kind of okay, bet I could see if I got a critique on it. So I'm not just taking in music and just discarding it. Matter of fact, Lips Terry, right now in the comments, she has a different eclectic kind of. It's not rap, it's not singing, it's a different sound. It's like her uniquely her own, right? So I could sit back and listen to some shit and not just automatically think it's garbage. I don't get it, bro. And it's this new dude. I think I sent it to you this morning. Remember, I said it's the new wave of music, bro. I don't like it. I personally, I just don't like it. Like, I'm not saying I hate it. But it's like throwback androgynous. You feel me? You know what I'm saying, right? I don't know, bro. I don't like it, bro. And it's like you said, right now, everything is so hard. See, you can look now. Everything is so oversaturated right now that we don't even really know. We need people because we ain't throwbackers. We listen to new shit too, like the Drake album. I like the rap album. The other ones they cool. I mean, I know what he was doing. He on the charts and all that shit. I feel it. I get it. You feel me? I'm saying, but I just don't know where we at with the state of music right now. I'm not mad at it. Shout out to all my thugs. Shout out to all my niggas because we rocking right now. Numbers rocking, check. You know what I'm saying? Artists working, minus Peter Evelyn. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on deck. Motherfuckers pushing the movement, pushing the mob, doing shows, doing videos, rocking the gram. Shout out to all the fans that's rocking. Love that shit, right? But other than that, bro, I really don't know who we are. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was the question of what's in your deck right now? Is you rocking the shit that you normally rock? Or do you got a couple of new artists up in there?
Man, I'm listening up. My playlist be all over. Like I'm listening to Dirty Boys. They from Alabama.
I
You
don't think I
feel
know about
me?
this.
I'm
Okay, let me
listening to trap. I'm listening to Trap Boy Dickie. You know what I'm saying? They
okay.
from the South. You feel me? Of course, I'm listening to I'm saying some BX the plug. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like still some Dirk. You feel it's still Dirk and Vaughn I'm listening to. Like that's gonna always be in there. Nip gonna always be through that cycle. You feel me?
So you like really kind of just fucking with your genre that you fucked with. Like you feel me?
No,
Like
like I got shit. I got country. I got rock and roll. I got Queen of the Damn soundtrack in my phone. Shit, I got Soundgarden in my phone. I got Seether in my phone. You feel me? I got Luke
yeah,
Bryan
turn.
in my phone. Shania Twain. What
I
you
used to fuck
mean?
with Lincoln Park, Hybrid Theory. That was like one of
Yeah, I
my
got
favorite.
Linkin Park and Buster Rhymes. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. I used to fuck with Link Park Hybrid. That's like my favorite rock album. Yeah, shout out to everybody working hard. I see you. We love that. In my deck, bro, other than the mob, other than global products or affiliates thereof, I was fucking with the new Drake album. Uh, almost all like one umbrella. I fuck with them. That's Lil Yee. Two of my niggas from the Dubs, 22, 22nd Gym. They got a group out of Frisco to Oakland, out here in the Bay. mostly any of the young niggas, it's just that I get tired of op rap. I don't always want to hear you talking about the homies or the niggas and killing. Not saying I'm averse to gangster music. I just don't always want to hear that shit. And speaking of that, in Stockton right now, Fab throwing a show in Stockton, and Haiti Baby just went on live talking about. I get what Fab went on live talking about, that they said they couldn't. He couldn't invite no more Stockton artists to the venue because of the gang culture. And if he did, he had to pay money for extra security. So shit like that. It's a lot of talent in Stockton. It's a lot of talent out there, but everybody beefing, so you can't really just throw a venue. You feel
Nah,
me?
it's like that. It's almost like that just with hood artists in general. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like most people that's popping, they can't do shows in their own local area.
right,
That's
right,
why a lot of people is already in a box when it comes to doing music because you can hear them anywhere. But in this day and age, bro, you got to be seen. It
right.
ain't just about being heard no more. Like back when we were pushing CDs out the back of the trunk, hey, burn me that mixtape and all of that. Yeah, you could just get heard and get some eyes on you just because, you know what I'm saying, of your voice, your cadence, the way you spit, you being different. You could get some eyes on you that way. Now you got to be able to do shows, whether it's the hole in the wall club down the street or going 2 states over and going to Arizona and knocking out a club real quick in Phoenix. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But brothers can't even move around because they on probation. They got warrants. You feel me? Dude driving ain't got no license, tags bad, just a whole bunch of hood elements. So even if you got the hottest music, you could be the next Drake. You could be the next Kendrick. If you can't move around and be seen in that spotlight to be the next Drake or the next Kendrick, then you already 2 steps behind while you trying to take 2 steps forward at the same time.
Right. And like you say, because me and you don't necessarily cater to mainstream rap. If it's dope, it's dope. But like I love when I'm on Spotify, somebody I don't know who the fuck it is, come on. I'm like, okay, who's this? But it came on seamlessly. The production is good, the quality is good, and all that shit, right? So it's like I don't necessarily just, I'm not a homer for just my city either. And I'm not necessarily looking for the niggas that's already millionaires. Because sometimes the thirst, like niggas that's just trying to get it, that be the thirst, that the shit I want to hear, because you could tell, you can hear the hunger. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And everywhere we from, bro, like not only that, bro, when you beefing like that, like think about even in your city, bro, your region. Think about two artists that's dope as fuck, but because one probably did a feature with the Enemigo or something, they can't come together on a feature. And you can hear them in your head, like, ooh, imagine if them two niggas came together. You feel me? Like you know what I'm saying? Like a Dirk and NBA track. If them like at the height of their shit, like,
Right,
you know, like
right.
just imagine like
That
so
was
it's
just like when it was Webby and Bootsy.
right. You feel me? Right, exactly. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of time, and I used to tell youngsters this when I was fighting my case. Because it was niggas that they would be so enamored with like an NBA or something like they don't even know this nigga. You feel me? But they wouldn't do a track with Dirk because they NBA fans. I'm like, nigga, you don't know neither one of them. You mean to tell me if Dirk came to get at you about a track because you an NBA disciple, you think in your head you're not gonna fuck with it in hopes of the. I said, nigga, you don't even sound. That ain't even finished. It's not
Right.
even finished, bro. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? What she said, we working on my visuals right now, and legal stuff behind my music to ensure I'm paid. I'm also working on starting my own venue show, so stay tuned for real. Shout out to all keep it right. When you come on the show, talk about all that. You feel me? Shout out. You already know. Lips Terry, man, tap in, follow her, man. Lips Gang, man. You already know. But it's good though. But at the end of the day, Rick, you already know, bro. To me, another successful show. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna figure out what we're
Hold
gonna
on,
do next week.
before we jump out the
Go ahead.
building, man. Let me ask you about you know what I'm saying. We didn't get to talk about this. Shout out to the bro show because this is something he wanted to talk about. We didn't even get to tap on it when we had showed on. You feel me? Like we could have went a whole nother hour on that show. We was chopping it up. The Madden cover. You feel me? How do you feel
Oh,
about Caleb
we
Williams?
did not get to talk about that. Want me to tell you something that's funny, Rick? I'm gonna tell you something that's funny. I just said this when we was watching the Rodman shit. I'm looking at Rodman with the painted nails. I'm like, damn. Sometimes I'll be forgetting when I'll be roasting this generation because they are the gayest generation. I'm still not gonna take that away, right? And I know we've talking about Prince with the androgynous movement, you know, shit like that, right? Old school punk rockers, you know, the 80s, you know what I'm saying, right? You know, the era. And I was looking at Rodman, I'm like, damn, but he was singular in a sense of nobody had did this shit Rodman was on, wearing the dress, the wedding dress, and all that shit, right? But I will say this: Madden is my all-time favorite coach, right? Madden is the dude who made me a game analyst. When Madden would on Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, when Madden would talk about the game when we watching it and break down the plays and who did what and all that shit, bro. When he would do that, bro, it made me understand what a block was, a key, like you know what I'm saying, the counter left. Like it made during the game, I do that now, right? And I just think that the way Madden was, I just don't think he would have signed off on that. I just don't think he would have signed off on that, bro. And I mean, we see what's the boy in Oklahoma that be OKC be paying. It's like, bro, like this is definitely the gayest generation. Anybody that take that personal, I'm probably talking to you. This the gayest generation, bro. Like I don't get it. I don't the freedom of expression shit. It don't make no sense to me. Motherfuckers come with their own nail, a paint line. All the shit is Boosie. I don't know what the fuck it has to do with the game. I wish they would have edited it out. I don't know if that was for the Pride Month, bro. I was just putting a song in the distro last night, putting a song, and then even under my distro, but the distro icon was rainbow. It seemed like I'm telling you, and maybe if I'm a homophobe, I apologize. I'm not. But I just feel like I don't want it to be forced on me. I feel like I should be able to express. Shout out to Boosie. I should be able to express myself and not have no backlash from it. I just don't get that it seems as if there's a Pride Month every third month, every quarter, or something like. There's no way it's coming back that fast. I do not remember Christmas and Valentine's Day and July 4th coming around this fast, bro. It just seems like it's always a celebration, a celebration, and we big and back. We say, I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro. So that's where I just feel like it's forced on us. I feel like it's forced on the youth. I just don't get it, bro. And to me, it just don't make no sense. Shout out to John Madden. Rest in peace, man. I know he's rolling over in his grave right now, man. Clip that. I said it.
No, man, that's real talk, bro. Like I feel like it's all on some agenda, like it's always been. Like when they started putting that in cartoons, like, come on, bro. Why do we have same sex marriages in cartoons? Like, what is, like, for real, for real? You know what I'm saying? So now, us as parents, we can't even just turn on a cartoon for the kids no more and just walk away,
What? You
clean a
gotta vet
crib
that.
up. You know what I'm saying? Make
Yeah.
whatever calls you need to make. You can't even do that now because you got to make sure that they not having little sexual innuendos in the cartoon when they talking and all. Like, it's just crazy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That
You really
it's
gotta
one
vet the
thing.
cartoon, Rick. You really gotta, bro, Rick. I done been like kind of like playing attention over here and let my daughter like, what is you watching? You really gotta be on it, bro.
And you feel me? It ain't like it used to be when you could just turn anything on out with a cartoon and just handle business. You feel me? And the
Right.
crazy part is it's one thing for it to be aimed at adults. We adults with our own brain, our own, you know what I'm saying, sense of, you know what I'm saying, what we want to do, whatever, whatever. But kids, they don't even know what you're talking about. They see is this little girl with two dads and wonder why they got two dudes on here kissing, like, and that's normal. You
Right.
feel me? Like y'all trying to normalize the rainbow activities that be going on. Like I ain't got nothing against rainbow activities. You doing a whole bunch of activities, that is on you. If you at the festival, that is on you. I'm not mad at you. But if you trying to aim that towards the kids, like that's where it become a whole nother issue because now you sexualizing, you know what I'm saying, kids in
Everybody,
that manner.
everything. Right.
You feel me?
And you can't criticize it. See, that's my thing. You can't like it's just like anything, music, anything. I turn that shit off. I don't want my kid listening to pussy popping. I don't want to listen to the murder. You feel me? Ain't nobody really gonna take offense to that. All right, but cut that shit off. If you say somebody's shit we talking about right now, it'll be a whole thing. Oh, you hating this, that. It's the same thing like with the Jews. You can't say nothing about a Jew, nothing about a homosexual without either getting canceled or getting ridiculed. Why I can't say I don't want that for me? Why I can't say I don't
Right.
want that for my
Why
child?
why do we have transgender bathrooms in school? What is we
Right.
talking about?
That's
You
how
feel
at my
me?
school
So
they got
now
that.
somebody who was born a boy to walk into the girl's bathroom and your daughter is supposed to just be cool with this dude walking in here. with a full goatee, but since you feel me, he's in transition and he identifies as this. Oh, it's okay for this
Right,
boy to be in a girl's bathroom. Like,
right.
what is we talking about, bro?
Look, and that's a
Like,
good question. Look, why? Wait, look at that comment. Why heterosexuals don't get a day? That's real though. Like, you know what I'm saying, I guess because they like y'all get it every day. Like, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, but we don't get a day where it's like, look, man, hey, shout out for being straight. They'll take offense to that. You feel me? I'm saying it's like,
right, right.
but it's almost the same thing. Like when we celebrate our blackness, it's almost like Juneteenth now. Juneteenth is everybody's shit now. I don't want it to be national. I want it to stay grassroots like how it is when you could go find a picnic in your local city, your local state. Right now it's commercials, white people with dashikis and shit on. But look, bro, give it 3 years. The meaning of Juneteenth is gonna be lost. Ain't nobody gonna remember what it's for. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? None of that shit, bro. That's why we
But
gotta keep
see,
shit like that alive.
this was crazy with the whole Madden cover shit. Is we know it's an agenda. How do we know that? Because one, this man is a quarterback. He got so many different throws, runs, so on and so forth, so many other poses and pictures
Right,
that they could
right,
have picked from.
right,
They chose for him to pose like this, like he
right.
laying in a
You know
casket,
what it is, bro.
like he laying in a casket with his
But you know
head
what it
down,
is.
showing off his nails on purpose. You feel me? Like he's a female on the cover of a fucking Cover Girl magazine. They did that on purpose. And this how you know it's even more an agenda. Who won the Super Bowl last year? Let me remind you. Let let me remind you. Why is my team not on the cover of Madden? Why is Sam Darnold not on the cover of
Oh yeah,
Madden?
you right.
Why is anybody from our team
Oh no,
not
you
on
is
the
right,
cover of
bro. I
Madden
forget
and
about
we
that.
won the fucking Super Bowl?
Well, it's not always the Super Bowl winners, but it should be the motherfuckers that was like at least there. Because like when McCaffrey and them got it. Well, look, I ain't gonna lie. Let me say something real quick. You lucky Darnold ain't on there because you know Caleb Williams about to get hurt. You know the man curse be real. Everybody show up on that motherfucker.
Get hurt.
That coming up season, they get wiped. You feel me? I'm saying, but you are right in the sense of, I mean, come on, Rick, we know what it is, bro. Me and you,
I mean,
we
even down to I don't even fuck with the LA Lambs, but even the LA Lambs had the MVP quarterback.
right. Yeah,
You feel
Stafford.
me?
Stafford, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
So
So,
we're
right, you know,
what
it was a whole
made
bunch of people to choose from. It was a whole bunch of different people to choose from. And
so
and I like Caleb Williams. I like Caleb Williams, but it's just like I ain't gonna lie to you, but I didn't even know he was painting his nails like throughout the season. I didn't even. I think I found out towards the end. I didn't know because it's a few select dudes now. And remember, I was showing you the OKC shit with the Zestiest team and all that shit, bro. It's just it's zestacular right now, bro. It's
nah,
it's just it's
it's
just
fucking
everywhere, bro.
Zesselmania. It's Zesselmania. No pay-per-view.
Zestpocalypse.
You
Zestpocalypse.
feel me? Man, they going to school with a PhD in zestology. You feel me? Like just real talk.
Zestology 101, nigga. We
Man,
can't
for
escape this
real,
shit.
bro.
Right.
They give a new
But that's why
definition of 101.
but that's why it's important for alphas like us to not just push an agenda of straight nigga masculinity, but to push an agenda of knowing thyself. You feel me? Knowing
Right,
thyself and what you're supposed to be about in a sense of your manhood, your masculinity, and exactly what it means to be an alpha. Alpha don't mean I'm just whooping ass because a punk could whoop your ass. But knowing how to sit within your manhood, right? That don't mean that you can't shed no tears, cry, shit like that. But it's how you present and represent. That's what it's about, bro.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Then,
That's what
and
it's
let me
about.
say this, Doug. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you gonna have an opinion on this after I say this. To all of the parents out there that are raising kids that may be or may not be gay, lesbian, transgender, whatever, when I say that's on some BS, it's because how is a kid gonna know what sexually turns them on when they haven't even been introduced to that side of life yet?
Cook. Yeah,
You feel
cook.
me?
Come
Y'all will
on,
sit
girl.
here and pick and decide if your kid is gay, lesbian, or transgender. That's y'all's choice. How a kid gonna make a choice and he don't even know what the choice is because he's never even indulged in nothing physical with a man, woman, or their other. So how
right.
they even gonna know what they is when it comes to being sexual on that level or what they into? Girl, you barely into Barbies. You don't even know what activity you gonna be into the next week. You feel me?
And-
Now all of a sudden the kid that's 13, 14 supposed to make a lifelong decision like, yeah, I'm gay, I'm transgender. Man,
right,
stop playing with me, bro. Kids can't even make a decision on what the fuck they want to eat tonight.
right, right. And look at D Wade. Shout out to D Wade and Gabrielle. You see what they was are on, right? And you right. Now I will say this. I don't know. I'm not a homosexual, so I just don't know if it's all about sex, but it is about mindset, how you want to present yourself, and your thought process, right? As a kid, we know that even when it comes to crime, when you're a teenager, you're not even fully developed yet. Your cognitive skills aren't fully developed yet for you to even know exactly what your choices are. How many of us raised kids where they want to play the clarinet, then they want to skateboard, then they want to play this, and but all of you were looking in the closet, everything they ever wanted to do was just in that shit. They ain't really followed through on none of that shit, and then you done ran through 15 activities in 2-3 years because they ain't even made their mind up yet, right? That's why I believe in the throwback era parenting, where whatever you want, I hear you, but you ain't gonna be able to make that decision until you 18. Just like when you go over your auntie house, your cousin, you gonna go over to your grandma's house. I don't give a fuck what you want because I said you're gonna go. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We need to get back to that. Like whatever you thought you was gonna be on, that's cool, bro. But you gonna do this shit because that's what we on. We're on. When you turn 18, just like me and you had topics about this. When my daughter turned 18, whatever she do with her life, whatever she do with her sexuality, whatever she do with sex, any of that, I could tell you my opinion. I could be mad about it. I could act like I'm a trip. But at the end of the day, you grown. What can I do? You do whatever the fuck you want to do because I know that's what I'm gonna do. I'm grown too. But when I'm running your life under 18, no way. There's no way. And if you talking about it, I want to hear you articulate what you're talking about. Because if you're talking about anything sexual, nigga, what? Shut up. I don't give a fuck if you like a man, a boy, or a girl. Nigga, ain't no sex going on, period. You under 18. You feel me? What I'm saying? That's some shit you gotta sneak off and do anyway. You feel me? So at the end of the day, bro, that shit, bro, when it comes to these kids, oh, one more thing. Add to that. Single moms of the earth. When you raising these young boys, you got to make sure that you raising them in a way that they're going to understand what manhood is. Because, yeah, you might be single and the dad left and all that, but you still have a responsibility from how you dressing them, what you letting them watch, and what men you bringing in their life. I don't give a fuck if it's a nigga that you fucking was supposed to be the uncle, or somebody really is the uncle, cousin, or whatever, right? That you bringing in, and he on some weird shit, right? You got to make sure that you surround them with people that have that in them qualities in them, and send them to schools that's like, you know what I'm saying, that's filled with teachers that's filling them with the right shit. Because a lot of times, bro, some of the women on earth, bro, be filling little niggas with bitch ass shit. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. A woman will fill a young man with some real hoe ass tendencies and wonder why you raised a baby boy. You feel me? And wonder why this nigga grew up like that because you wasn't putting that in him. You feel me?
Right. See, like me, I had to get seasoned from my mom as far as how to deal with women, how to talk to women. You feel me? Not catcalling. Hey, what's up? You think them on? Let me holler. You feel me? Actually introducing myself, stuff like that. Like a lot of my game came from my mom. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I had two uncles, but I would just sit back and just watch how they move when it comes to their private life or with females. One uncle, man, he was a nigga, he was out here in these streets, had hella females. You feel me? Then I had another uncle that was hella fucking nerdy, hella weird. You feel me? Then had no females. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So I just started, you know what I'm saying, just looking at different situations from the outside looking in and just taking bits and pieces of what to do and what
right.
not to do. You know what I'm saying? When
And
it
plus,
came to
our
dealing with
generation was different too,
females.
Greg. But plus, our generation was a little different. And I'm not saying one generation different other. We just said about Robin and Prince. We had some weird motherfuckers around, but we was also raised in a different generation, a different era when you was held accountable for certain things. That don't mean we all turned out good and we had some emotional baggage and we wasn't sometimes fucked up. But I'm just saying that hands down, this is the gayest generation. That's just a fact. It's a
No,
lot of
that's
stuff that's
real, bro.
accepted. Like a lot of
That-
stuff accepted now. It was
no.
unacceptable then.
And it was crazy because man, growing up, my grandmother's next door neighbor, the whole household was Team Rainbow. But guess what? They didn't put that out there on the street. They wasn't out here trying to talk to no dudes walking down the street. Oh, you look like this, you look like that. Because we already know you say that to a heterosexual male, that's an instant fight. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like back then, you was Team Rainbow, but you wasn't waving your flag outside that you was Team Rainbow. You know what I'm saying?
right. You
Just
kept that
stuff
shit to
like,
your motherfucking self. Yeah, you kept
yeah,
that shit to
you
yourself.
know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because
Not because
I had a gay uncle and gay cousin, so I've been around. It ain't. That's what I mean by I'm not discriminating against whatever you do. I just don't want it forced upon me or my brother
right,
or
and
my
that's
kid.
my whole point is
Yeah,
that y'all could put y'all bedroom out here for everybody to see, but as soon as we do something like that, we a pervert, we a
right,
nympho, you know what I'm saying? We got issues, we doing too much. You feel me? Like we can't be out here saying this and that, and then y'all just want to be super flamboyant and loud with it, just ignorant stuff like that, and then be mad when somebody feel a type of way. Everything ain't meant for everywhere. You feel
right,
me? So if we in a certain setting, no, I don't need to hear about what you and your boyfriend was doing last night. You feel
right,
me? Just stuff
right,
like that. The same way I ain't talking about how I was hitting it like this, you know what I'm saying, last night. Like, we ain't doing that. So you feel me? It's like it's cool to be what you is, but why do everybody need to know what's going on in your bedroom though?
right. I'm tired. You already know, bro. So at the end of the day, man, I love that you brought that up because we did. I ain't gonna lie. Last week when we got off, I did. I was looking at the list. I'm like, damn. But we talked about a lot of shit though. We was cooking. You know what I'm saying, right? So we did get to bring that up. Shout out to everybody, man. Love the chat. Like and subscribe. We always forget to kind of shout that out. Like, subscribe, follow us on IG at Reckless Podcast, at Global Mafia Capo, at Free But Not Free, at We Got Motion. Follow everything, man. We everywhere. We all tied in. You'll see invites, collaborations. Come fuck with us. If you fuck with us on the live or recording, shout out to the mob. Shout out to everybody at work. We love the fans. We love the people tapping in, man. Sunday cookout, man. Love that shit, man.
Man, and before you know what I'm saying, we jump out, you feel me? Once again, if y'all got any questions that y'all want us to speak on for the reckless friend, any
Right, right, right.
topics, you feel me? Any topics y'all want us to speak on for the reckless friends, hey, just hit the DM mine or the co-host feed up, hit the DM, let us know what's the issue that you want us to talk about, the topic, the question, or just whatever y'all got on y'all plate. Hey, you already know we go cook it up. You know what I'm saying? We go serve it to y'all, hey, fresh and uncut. You feel me?
Right,
Just like
right.
that.
I'm tired.
Right, like he said, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell, hit the vibe. We keep it live. You know that's right. All that good stuff, all that hood stuff, man. Another one up and we out, man. All love as always,
Cookout, man.
man.
Global. You already know, man. We here. We here.